Medicare Advantage innovators, operators, and learners. Welcome to the Hills Academy Risk Adjustment Made Easy, the Medicare Advantage Kind learning series. I am your host tutor, Dr. Prince Bewa, and today we'll be going through the why, the what, and the how of risk adjustment. So let's get started. Have you ever wondered how health insurance plans and all providers estimate the expected cost of healthcare of a member as they take on a risk? Risk adjustment is the compass that guides them to fair compensation. And in this video, we are going to break it down into very simple terms. Imagine you are taking a trip and you want to understand and plan and know when your estimated time of arrival will be. What do you pull out? You pull out your GPS, and the GPS, you put in the address of your location and the address of the destination, and it tells you the estimated time of arrival. And the GPS does this by the time of the day, traffic information, distance, road conditions, speed limits, and some other factors, and it spits out an estimated time of arrival for you. And with that estimated time of arrival, you are able to know when to leave and to get to your destination on time. We'll use this to help simplify risk adjustment. So, simply, risk adjustment in the context of Medicare Advantage is a statistical process or a methodology that aims to predict the expected healthcare cost of beneficiaries based on the underlying health conditions, their demographics, and other factors, so that they are adequately compensated for the cost of providing the necessary services for the beneficiaries. And there are several definitions on risk adjustment. You can look at the links here, but this is a simple one that I pulled together, synthesizing everything. But even this can be also daunting. So simply, we will do and talk through risk adjustment as a statistical process. And it talked about statistical process. So it uses statistics. And what is it using the statistics to do? It is using statistics to predict how many resources someone is expected to use, right? In healthcare, how much healthcare resources a beneficiary is expected to use based on how sick they are and their demographics and some other factors. We'll explain more for you to get a better understanding. But simply, risk adjustment, just similar to GPS, is predicting how many resources that a beneficiary is expected to use based on some factors here. And why is risk adjustment necessary, right? Just like GPS, we are looking at the estimated time of arrival, and it's using the time of the day, traffic information, some distance, road conditions, speed limit, and some other factors to predict what time one is expected to arrive. In similar vein, thinking through risk adjustment is estimating healthcare costs or healthcare resources, and it is using some demographic information, it's some sex, gender, and some health conditions, and some other factors. So pretty much very similar in terms of explanation to GPS. Risk adjustment is predicting an estimated healthcare cost. GPS is predicting estimated time of arrival, and is using some factors to estimate that. And that is, in a very simple way, what risk adjustment intends to do. One may ask, how do we risk adjust? And because risk adjustment is a statistical mathematical process, we use something called risk score. And we'll use some examples to help explain. So let's meet Miss Jones. So Miss Jones is 66 years old. She's female with one chronic condition, and she lives at home. So during this mathematical process, you get a risk score of 0.8. Another example is Mr. Clark, who is a neighbor to Miss Jones. And on the other hand, he is 74 years old, male, 4 chronic conditions, and lives at home as well. And he may have a risk score of 2.5. So based on some demographics and from the example here, based on Miss Jones, she is 66, female, health condition, live at home. We do the mathematical process. She gets a risk score of 0.8 compared to Mr. Clark, who is 74 years, male, 4 chronic conditions, live at home, and may get a risk score of 2.5. So these examples, you see how risk score is dependent on their age, their sex, and chronic conditions and where they live. And that is what gets into a risk score. So the process of getting to the risk score is the risk adjustment. This is what we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. There are much more resources that you can access, and you can go to the healsacademy.com, and there's a corresponding cheat sheet when you go to the website, and I'm going to help navigate there. You go to the website, thehillsacademy.com, you go to the resources, and you clicked on the Medicare Advantage Risk Adjustment Basics. What is risk adjustment? And it's going to open the cheat sheet, the corresponding cheat sheet that goes with it. So happy learning, and I hope this was very helpful. And please, you can also download our signature gift, which is From Chaos to Clarity, the Essential Medicare Advantage Risk Adjustment Data Sources Comparison Cheat Sheet that helps compare some of the risk adjustment data sources for you. And I hope this is helpful. And thank you. Comment, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you next week. Thank you so much.